Every single one of us is built from a biological instruction manual known as DNA. This incredibly complex code, made up of billions of chemical base pairs, dictates everything from the color of your eyes to how your body processes food. For the vast majority of human history, we assumed this code was relatively uniform. We thought that aside from minor differences, we all operated on the exact same genetic blueprint. But as modern science began to map the human genome, we discovered something mind-blowing. Sometimes the code glitches. Sometimes a single letter in that massive manual is swapped, deleted, or duplicated. These genetic anomalies can result in traits that seem less like medical conditions and more like real-life superpowers. Today we are diving deep into the fascinating, bizarre, and sometimes beautiful world of humans with weird genetics. From people with bones so dense they can survive car crashes without a single fracture, to individuals who see millions of colors invisible to the rest of us, and even a blood type so rare it is called golden blood. Prepare to question everything you thought you knew about human biology. Section 1. The Sleep Elite, the DEC2 mutation. Let's start with a genetic trait that almost everyone reading this would probably pay millions of dollars to have. Imagine if you could get just 4 hours of sleep every single night, wake up without an alarm, feel completely energized, and suffer absolutely no cognitive decline or health risks. For about 1% of the global population, this isn't a dream. It is their daily reality. Scientists call these people short sleepers, and their secret lies in a rare mutation of the DEC2 gene. In normal humans, a lack of sleep quickly leads to brain fog, weakened immune systems, and long-term health complications. We need roughly 7 to 8 hours of sleep to allow our brains to clear out toxins and consolidate memories. However, individuals with the DEC2 mutation are highly efficient sleepers. Their brains perform the exact same maintenance and restoration processes in half the time. This isn't a case of people forcing themselves to survive on caffeine. These individuals genuinely do not need more sleep. Throughout history, famous figures like Nikola Tesla and Winston Churchill were rumored to have this exact genetic trait, allowing them to work late into the night and wake up before dawn, ready to change the world. In a modern society where time is our most valuable resource, the DEC2 mutation is arguably the ultimate productivity superpower. Section 2. Unbreakable Bones, the LRP5 mutation. In the world of comic books, characters like Wolverine have skeletons reinforced with indestructible metal. In the real world, we have the LRP5 mutation. This extraordinary genetic anomaly first came to light when a man was involved in a horrific car accident that should have broken multiple bones in his body. When doctors took X-rays, they were stunned to find that he hadn't sustained a single fracture. In fact, his bones looked completely untouched. Intrigued, researchers began studying his family history and discovered a unique mutation in the LRP5 gene. The LRP5 gene is responsible for regulating bone mineral density. Normally, our bones constantly balance the process of building new bone tissue and breaking down old tissue to keep our skeletons flexible but strong. However, a specific mutation in this gene causes the bone-building signal to be permanently switched to on. The result is a skeleton that is up to 8 times denser than that of an average human. People with this mutation can survive major falls and high-impact accidents with 0 broken bones. They are practically immune to osteoporosis and age-related bone degradation. However, this superpower does come with a minor drawback. Because their bones are so incredibly dense, they are much heavier than normal, which makes it extremely difficult for these individuals to swim. They simply sink like stones. Still, having a nearly indestructible skeleton seems like a fair trade-off. Section 3. Tetrachromacy, seeing the invisible world. The human eye is an incredible organ, but compared to some animals, our vision is actually quite limited. Most humans are trichromats, meaning we have 3 types of cone cells in our eyes that detect red, green, and blue light. Through the combination of these 3 cones, the average human brain can perceive roughly 1 million distinct colors. But there is a select group of people, almost exclusively women, who possess a 4th type of cone cell. This condition is known as tetrachromacy, and it allows them to see a staggering 100 million colors. This mutation occurs on the X chromosome. Because women have 2 X chromosomes, They have the potential to carry two different versions of the genes for red and green cone cells, resulting in 4 distinct cones. For a tetrachromat, a plain concrete wall isn't just gray. It is a mosaic of dozens of subtle shades of violet, green, and gold. A sunset isn't just orange and yellow. It is a breathtaking, highly detailed gradient of colors that normal humans literally do not have the vocabulary to describe. Many tetrachromats don't even realize they have this gift until they notice others cannot see the differences between color swatches that look completely distinct to them. It is a quiet, beautiful mutation that turns the everyday world into a masterpiece of infinite color. Section 4. The superbaby mutation, myostatin hypertrophy. We are often told that building muscle requires years of intense weightlifting, strict dieting, and endless dedication. But for individuals born with myostatin-related muscle hypertrophy, muscles grow completely on their own. Starting from infancy, myostatin is a protein produced by the body that acts as a natural brake limit on muscle growth. It tells our muscles when to stop getting bigger, so that our bodies don't waste too much energy maintaining excess tissue. However, when a genetic mutation prevents the body from producing functional myostatin or makes the muscles unresponsive to it, that brake limit is completely removed. Children born with this condition have up to twice the muscle mass of an average person, with virtually no body fat. As infants, they can perform physical feats that baffle doctors, such as holding themselves up or lifting heavy objects long before they can even walk. As they grow into adulthood, they maintain a highly athletic, bodybuilder-like physique without ever lifting a single weight. While this sounds like a dream for aspiring athletes, the body has to consume massive amounts of calories just to maintain this level of muscle mass, meaning individuals with this mutation must eat constantly to keep their energy levels up. Section 5. Human chimerism, 2 DNAs in one body. In Greek mythology, the chimera was a monstrous beast composed of the parts of multiple animals. In modern genetics, a chimera is a single human being who contains 2 completely distinct sets of DNA. This mind-bending phenomenon occurs during the very early stages of pregnancy. If a mother is carrying fraternal twins, and one of the embryos dies very early in development, the surviving embryo can actually absorb the cells of its twin. Instead of disappearing, the twin's genetic material integrates into the survivor's body. As the child grows, different parts of their body will operate on different genetic codes. A chimera might have one eye color on the right and a different eye color on the left, or patches of skin and hair with completely different textures and colors. But the most shocking aspect of chimerism is internal. There have been famous legal cases where mothers underwent routine DNA tests for custody or medical reasons, only for the results to claim they were not the biological mothers of their own children. In these cases, the mothers were chimeras. The DNA in their blood and saliva did not match the DNA in their reproductive organs, which actually belonged to their unborn twin. It is a haunting reminder that we are not always as genetically singular as we think. Section 6. The absence of pain, congenital insensitivity to pain. At first glance, the inability to feel physical pain sounds like the ultimate superpower. No stubbed toes, no headaches, no pain from burns or cuts. But in reality, congenital insensitivity to pain, or CIP, is one of the most dangerous genetic mutations a human can have. Pain is our body's vital alarm system. It tells us when we are in danger, when to pull our hand away from a hot stove and when to rest an injured limb. People born with a mutation in the SCN9A gene do not have this alarm system. This gene is responsible for forming the sodium channels that nociceptors, our pain-sensing nerves, use to send signals to the brain. Without these channels, the nerves can detect damage, but they cannot transmit the message of pain to the mind. Children with CIP often suffer severe injuries without even realizing it. They may bite through their own tongues, break bones and continue running on them, or suffer internal appendicitis without feeling a thing. Because they cannot feel pain, they do not learn the instinctual boundaries of physical safety. Managing CIP requires constant, hypervigilant self-inspection, as a simple, unnoticed scratch can easily turn into a life-threatening infection. It proves that pain, as unpleasant as it is actually a gift that keeps us alive. Section 7. The golden blood, Rh null. We are all familiar with the standard blood types, A, B, AB, and O, each either positive or negative. But there is one blood type so incredibly rare that scientists refer to it simply as golden blood. Its official medical name is Rh null. To understand golden blood, we have to look at the antigens on our red blood cells. The average human has up to 342 different antigens on their cells, which help the immune system identify friendly blood from foreign invaders. The most common group of antigens is the Rh system, which consists of 61 different antigens. If you are Rh positive, you have these antigens. If you are Rh negative, you lack some of them. But people with the Rh null mutation lack every single one of the 61 antigens in the Rh system. Their red blood cells are completely bare of these markers. This makes their blood a universal lifesaver. Because it has no Rh antigens, it can be transfused into absolutely anyone with a rare Rh blood type without any risk of an adverse immune reaction. It is the most valuable medical resource on Earth. However, for the people who possess this golden blood, it is a terrifying curse. If an Rh null individual ever needs a blood transfusion themselves, they can only receive Rh null blood, because there are fewer than 50 people in the entire world known to have this blood type. Finding a donor in an emergency is an almost impossible task. They live their lives in constant caution, knowing that their life-saving gift to humanity is also their greatest vulnerability. Conclusion: the human genome is a vast, uncharted ocean of possibilities. While we like to think of ourselves as a finished product, the truth is that evolution is an ongoing, active process. Every mutation, every weird genetic anomaly, and every bizarre trait we have explored today is a testament to the incredible diversity of the human code. Some of these mutations offer us a glimpse into a future where humans might be stronger, need less sleep, or see worlds of color we can currently only dream of. Others serve as a humbling reminder of how fragile our biological systems truly are, and how much we rely on the painful, uncomfortable sensations of life to keep us safe. The next time you look in the mirror, remember that you are carrying a unique 3 billion letter code that has been shifting and adapting for millions of years. Who knows what secrets are waiting to be unlocked in your own DNA? If you enjoyed this deep dive into the fascinating world of human genetics, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more mind-expanding content. Let us know in the comments which of these genetic traits you found the most shocking, or which superpower you wish you had. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video.